Hello.
Good evening, guests and fellow Toastmasters. A very warm welcome to meeting number 35 of the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club. I am Toastmaster Yogita Upadhayay, your Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. As a Sergeant at Arms, it's my duty to highlight some key points for the meeting. The meeting is going to be blocked for 2 hours, and I would urge you to stay for the entire duration to get the maximum benefit out of it. Your video should be on and the audio should be off. Request you to unmute yourself when you're called to speak or need to speak. Regarding the topics of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmasters International does not put any restrictions on speaking on these topics, we at the Gabbys Toastmaster Club request all the speakers and the role takers to be mindful and responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. Our club mission is to provide a supportive and a positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Let me now hand over the stage to the presiding officer of the day, Toastmaster Mita. Toastmaster Mita is a teacher by passion and profession with the focus of building a strong foundation through early childhood education for children. Toastmaster Mita, the stage is all yours.
Thank you for such a wonderful introduction. That was our Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting, Toastmaster Yogita Upadhayay. Let's give a huge round of applause. Happy evening, happy morning to the family members of the Gabbys, fellow Toastmasters and guests. On this note, I call open this meeting number 35 of the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club to order. We, as a club, sincerely appreciate that every time we get an opportunity to welcome so many guests and visiting Toastmasters regularly to join our club meetings upon invitation. I would like to take this opportunity to share the stage with few of our guests and visiting Toastmasters today. So may I request guests to please give us your quick introduction of yourself, that is your name, profession, and how you came to know about Gabbys in 30 seconds. Are there any guests?
We have one.
Yes.
Probably me. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, from Ukraine.
Yes, I'm from Ukraine, from the Best Odessa Speakers Club. I'm the Toastmaster I've been Toastmaster for probably 6 years. And I found out about your club from yesterday's meeting. It was in Chamber Club, and some of your officers shared this link. So I want to join, and I hope it will be fun. Thank you for having me. Have a nice meeting.
Thank you so much for joining our Toastmasters meeting. Now, we have some announcements. Let's celebrate this Independence Day, Thursday on 15th August, with non-stop table topic marathon across India. We are bringing together the best impromptu speakers. This marathon will be from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time, non-stop 12 hours. Hosted by 12 Toastmasters clubs, 12 vibrant cities, 10 states and 2 union territories with 12 unique themes. Looking forward for your support. Let's welcome with a huge round of applause to our 4 new members, that is Toastmaster Shubham, Toastmaster Kamal Jain, Toastmaster Vishnu Sadan, and Toastmaster Jayesh Sen. Let's give a huge round of applause. Next, with this, the Gabbys family with the addition of 17 new dual reinstated members. This program year, we have total 100 active members. For the benefit of the guests, let me share a brief history about Toastmasters. The first Toastmaster Club was founded in 1924 at Santa Ana, California by none other than Ralph C. Smedley. To be specific, Toastmaster is a 100 years old non-profit organization spread across 149 countries and 16,000 clubs across the globe. If I may say, it is an institute to practice communication and leadership skills. We, the Gabbys, are one family with 3 clubs. We meet 3 days in a week. The Gabbys International Toastmasters Club meet on every Thursday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. online. The Gabbys Toastmasters Club meets on every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon hybrid. And the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club meets on every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. online. Now, to introduce our theme, today we are diving into the theme, New Age Parenting. Yes, that is, you are hearing a really good thing, and you will know now in few times, like Step into the Future of Parenting is a thrilling exploration of modern trends and technologies are reshaping the way we nurture and the future generation. To take this meeting forward, we have a Toastmaster of the day, who is a soft skill trainer graduating kids with 30 years of experience in shaping young minds, from being a teacher to principal, who loves to read and travel, from enjoying her third path in Toastmasters journey. Let's welcome our Toastmaster of the day with a huge round of applause, Toastmaster Samita Kar.
Thank you for such a lovely introduction. Today, when I talk about the theme, there's one aspect of our life where we have to do something which we wanted to do. But like everything else that comes to us, which we buy, it doesn't have a user manual. And we need to experiment to find out what is the right way. Yes, Toastmasters, it is correct what you were thinking in your mind. It is parenting. The parents in the meeting, please raise your hands. Yes, I can see the parents. Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests. Today, we are delving into the topic of New Age parenting and see the hands that are being raised. I can see Shilpa Ranjan's hand being raised. I can see the smile in the faces of our speakers. The parents who get the bundle of joy and then have how to bring them up. That is the question that goes around the mind. These delicate bundles of joys, when they grow up, become strong individuals. And in today's day and age, where we have the internet present everywhere, we find it really difficult to navigate and make sure that our kids grow up in a safe environment, becoming better human beings every single day. I would like to hear from you, parents, those who are becoming or planning to become parents, or those who will become parents in the future. What comes to your mind when I say the word children? Specifically, growing children, teenage children. Anyone wants to try? What comes to your mind?
Nuisance. A
Yes.
lot of nuisance in the house.
A lot of nuisance in the house, right?
A rebel without a cause.
Yes, absolutely correct. Rebel without a cause. And
To be gullible.
yes, gullible, correct. These are how children are. And today we will see how these vulnerable, nuisance creating, gullible children can be taken to a path where they become the human beings that we want them to become, better human beings with empathy, someone who knows what they want, their goals are set. They know how to interact with not only parents, but the peers and those who have a strong mental health. I'll be delving deep more into it. Before that, let me explain for the benefit of the guests, the structure of today's meeting. In a regular Toastmasters meeting, we have 3 sections. The prepared speech section, the second is the table topic section, and third is the evaluation section. And today, we have a wonderful person who will be evaluating the whole meeting. He's a live events enthusiast, deeply in love with mountains, waterfalls, and romance. So give a big round of applause for our GE today, Toastmaster Sagar.
Thank you so much. Hi everyone, good evening. I'm playing role of the journal evaluator today. And my job is to keep the track of everything what's happening happening in the meeting. And also I'll keep an eagle's eye on all the role players, all the speakers, and all the evaluators. And in the third section of the meeting, I'll come up with the good parts about the meeting and the things which could have been improved upon. And as it's a very big role, so very obviously I won't able to do the end. As it's a very big role, so very obviously I won't be able to do the entire responsibility all alone. So I have a TAGL team with me, and they'll take care of the most of the part. It's time to call. It's time to call our timer. It's time to call our timer on the virtual stage. So shall we have Toastmaster Ashwini? I request him to please come on stage and please lay it.
Hi everyone, good evening. Thank you, General Evaluator Sagar. As a timer today, I'll be timing all the table topic speakers, the prepared speeches and the evaluations. And I'll also alert each speaker of the time they have left with. So using the green card, I'm just putting it on the background. Using the green card, and the yellow and red. This is how it goes. Just for the benefit of guests, our table topic should limit their remarks to not more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll be raising the green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, it will be yellow card. And 2 minutes, it will be a red card. And for the icebreaker speech, it will be 4 to 6 minutes length. At 4 minutes, it will be green card. At 5 minutes, it will be yellow card. And at 6 minutes, it will be red card. And most of the other speeches would be 5 to 7 minutes long. At 5 minutes, it will be green card. And at 6 minutes, it will be yellow card. And at 7 minutes, it will be red card. And all the speeches will be given 30 seconds of grace period. And with that, I'll hand over to the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashwini. And now I would like to call our R counter of the day, and I believe he's facing some technical issues. So let me lay down the objectives uh, of the R counter. Basically, the job of the R counter is to keep the track of all is to keep the track of all uh, is to keep the track of all the filler words, all the and all the crutch words, and he'll submit his and he'll submit his report in the third section of the meeting, in the journal evaluation section. And it's time to call our grammarian on the virtual stage. Shall we have Toastmaster? It's time to call our grammarian on the virtual stage. Shall we have Toastmaster, Sourav Dutta? Over to you.
Thank you, Sagar. So as the grammarian for today, I will be watching out for all the seductive and sinful usage of English language. I would be watching out for the correct usage of English language and also the correct pronunciation and any rhetorical devices that you're using during the course of this meeting. As the grammarian for today, it is also my responsibility to introduce the word of the day. And the word of the day for today is, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a new word for most of us. It's storge. Can anyone tell me what's the meaning of this word storge? Anyone? Storge? S-T-O-R-G-E. Okay. So the meaning of the word storge is it's actually a German word, which is now adopted in the English dictionary. It means a deep familial love. Deep familial love, a love between parents and children, siblings. So anything where there's a blood relation involved, when we're talking about the love between blood relations, that's when we say it's a storge. This word comes from the Greek word storge again, which means natural affection and love between parents and children. And it is one of the 4 types of love that's described in the ancient Greek philosophy, along with eros, philia, and agape. Eros means romantic love, philia means friendship, and agape means unconditional love. And the 4th type of love is storge. One example of usage of the word storge is the storge between the siblings was evident as they supported each other through life's challenges, etc. But storge is not a word which you can use in the context outside of blood relations or outside of familial ties. So please do not mention in your speeches that the storge between Toastmasters or the storge between the speaker and the evaluator, because that will be an incorrect usage. Okay, so I'm putting the word of the day on chat. I would encourage everyone to use the word of the day, storge. But before I hand over to the G, I would want everyone to also pronounce the word with me once. So can you unmute yourself and pronounce the word?
Storge.
Storge.
Storge. Storge. Not
Storge.
there is no game here.
Storge.
Yeah, so don't extend that gay. Okay, so it's not storge. No, it's storge.
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 Okay, right. Okay, good. So we learned a new word today, I'm sure. And with this, I hand over back to the general evaluator. I'll be back with my report at the end of the meeting when invited by the GE.
Thank you so much. And now it's time to call our listener of the day. Shall we have Toastmaster Arjun on the virtual stage too?
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am the listener of the day, I'll be listening closely to everything said during the meeting and will draft short questions to test our listening skills at the end of the meeting. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
And with this, I'll come up once again in the third section of the meeting. In the third section of in the third section of of the meeting along along with my team players. Thank you so much. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Thank you, General Evaluator. Now we start the prepared speech section. The first speaker today is a dentist by profession, and she has specialized in periodontology. That is a fancy word for gums. She's running her clinic and spreading the knowledge about oral health. Our speaker today is Toastmaster Nupur Deshpande. Before I call upon the speaker, Evaluator Raja Balaji, are you present? Toastmaster Raja Balaji, can you please confirm your presence?
Yes. Yes, I am present.
Toastmaster Nupur is attempting her Leadership Development Level 1 Project 4 Evaluation and Feedback. The title of her speech is Why Wearing Pajamas to a Meeting is a Bad Idea. Why wearing pajamas to a meeting is a bad idea. Toastmaster Nupur.
Sorry to interrupt. TMOD, can you please tell me what is the duration of the speech?
It is a 5 to 7 minute speech.
Great. Yeah.
Can you please pin the timer?
Okay, let me speak once again. Toastmaster Nupur, why wearing pajamas to a meeting is a bad idea? Why wearing pajamas to a meeting is a bad idea? Toastmaster Nupur.
Hold me close and hold me fast. This magic spell you cast. This is Lavian Rosa. So what does Lavian Rose mean? It means wearing rose-tinted glasses. Looking at the world through your optimistic or rose-colored glasses. Optimistic outlook. And I am such a person. I will look at every situation in a very optimistic manner. Wearing my rose-colored glasses. This is the reason I often take on Herculean tasks with the ease and without any forethought and thinking that, yeah, I'll be able to do it very easily. You can call me impractical, you can call me a dreamer, or you can just call me foolish. But this is the way I work. I'm sure many of you here in this chat room must be dreamers like me, must be wearing rose-colored glasses like me. I would love, with a virtual show of hands, how many of you are such dreamers? How many of you wear rose-colored glasses and go through life? Please raise your virtual hands or real hands if you're on video. Yes, I can see Yogita, I can see Nancy, Toastmaster Jaspreet Kaur, Toastmaster Samita. So like me, you are someone who wears rose-colored glasses. I had this mindset when I joined a working environment, when I joined a hospital. After being freshly passed out graduate, I simply joined without any forethought. I made a lot of mistakes on my way, and I would love to share these mistakes so that you all can become better professionals in your professional journey. So the first thing is language. No matter what language we love speaking, no one is as comfortable as you are in your native tongue or mother tongue. I joined a hospital which was in a rural setup, and most patients spoke Marathi, and I didn't know that. So first thing I had to learn was to speak the language, because if I didn't, I would miss some vital information, which would be very deadly for me because it would harm my diagnosis. So as a dentist, I needed to know their language. I needed to make sure that they are comfortable, not me. So I had to learn their language. I feel no matter what profession you're in, you have to learn to communicate with the person in front of you, and that person should be comfortable. If it's their mother tongue, it's better for you. The second thing is the title of this meeting, wearing pajamas to a meeting. I am very comfortable in pajamas. Personally, I feel they are very forgiving with the elastic waistband. They don't judge you. And short skirts or, crop tops, I'm very comfortable in all that. That's my perspective. However, the patients coming there, the people coming there were not. They would look at me and they would feel that I wouldn't listen to them. They were not very comfortable coming up to me and speaking to me or telling me their main problems. So it was very essential that I shift my dressing sense from a young student to a more mature, a more professional environment that suited me. So I started power dressing. I started power dressing in salwar suits and saris. As women, we are very lucky. We have both the options, Western and Indian. We can pick any of them and choose to look more confident and more mature. So I started doing that. I would dress up, and not only dress up, I would make sure that I feel comfortable in whatever dress I wear. I would apply a little bit of makeup, which would give me a more older look and would personally give me a lot of confidence to face the world that day. I would feel more put together. I feel it's very essential that you feel comfortable, put together, and well dressed. Not beautiful or pretty, but well dressed in whatever you're wearing. Obviously, the next thing is a couple of my colleagues came up to me and one of them said, Nupur, you are looking so mature nowadays. You were the baby of the department and now you have truly learned how to handle these patients. Yeah, you're looking very grown up. You should get married. Yes, these comments, these unnecessary comments on your personal life is something that a professional who works in any professional environment has to face. And we have to learn how to deal with it. You may not like this, especially when it's someone from an elder generation or your senior who's telling you all these things, but you have to learn how to deal with them. You have to make sure to set a boundary that no, this is not what you're going to cross. And personally, I would a lot of times not reply at all. So this is very essential. Office politics is not a part of a curriculum of any educational system, but I think it's very important to face that. There are very quick and easy ways to reach to the top. But I believe in what a wise woman once told me, that you need to do things that will let you sleep peacefully at night. There are several shortcuts you can use. Even cheating is not a big deal nowadays, but nothing replaces hard work. You're working hard towards the top. Your achievements is not something that someone can take away from you. Your experience and the things that come with it is not something anyone can take it away from you. It's very essential to maintain this professionalism in yourself to climb to the top. In conclusion, I'd like to say that knowing the language the person in front of you is comfortable in, knowing the local language or the mother tongue is very essential. Dressing in a manner that you yourself are comfortable and you yourself exuberate that confidence and that maturity, that people are able to look at you and say, yes, this person is going to be able to handle my problem, is very essential. So power dressing is very essential. And the third is navigating the office politics, that not taking shortcuts, but maintaining a professional demeanor, not getting upset by little setbacks, but knowing that your hard work and your professionalism is going to help you reach to the top is very, very important in your professional journey. I hope this helps you turn from that caterpillar of a student to a truly beautiful working professional butterfly. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster. Let us give us a round of applause. I had forgotten to read her project objective. The purpose of this project, this is her first speech, and the purpose of this project is to apply feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting, which we will do later. And the purpose of the speech is for the member to present a speech, receive feedback from the evaluator, and then present her second speech. The second speaker today is, before I call the second speaker, let me ask our evaluator number 2, Toastmaster Karthik. Are you there? Yes, I can see him.
Yes, I'm here.
Today, we have someone originally hailing from Delhi and has made Mumbai her home. As a dedicated talent acquisition partner at a prominent medical device company, she excels in her professional role. Outside of work, she cherishes her time exploring new destinations and creating memorable moments with her child. Toastmaster Suchita Nakar. She is presenting from the Path Leadership and Development Level 1, Project 1. This is her icebreaker speech. And the speech duration, timer please know, is 4 to 6 minutes. The purpose of this speech is to present a well-structured speech and to understand her journey. Toastmaster Suchita, never give up. Never give up. Toastmaster Suchita. Suchita, you are on mute.
Sorry. Do not fear failure, but rather fear not to try. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guest. Almost 3 decades ago, on 20th March, my parents received their third bundle of joy. When they hold me first time, they have seen the purity. Hence, they have kept my name Suchita, which means pure. And I completely resonate with this, as it reflects in my personality. I'm born and brought up in Delhi. Dilli hai dil walon ki. In my family, I am the youngest one. As the youngest one, I'm the most culprit as well, because my parents always pampered me a lot. I have 2 elder siblings and we fought a lot. But my mother always helped us to rectify the issues. When I was in childhood, I always sing the song, Dil hai chota sa, choti si aasha, masti bhare man ki, bholi si aasha, chand taron ko, छूने की आशा आसमानों में उड़ने की आशा. So when I was there in 6th standard, up to my 6th standard, I was very good in my academics. But after 6th standard, my grade came down. If you ask me the reason, I don't know why. Somehow I have completed my graduation. But till the time, I have started hearing from my extended family members that I am not able to achieve anything in my life. But my father didn't think that way. He always encouraged me and support me to choose your own path and get independent. After that, I enrolled myself for personal management in human resources in YMCA Delhi. When I entered first time in my class, where I've seen everyone was speaking in English, but I was not very familiar with this language. I was very shivering. What if someone will judge me? But as a Delhiite, I never give up. Here I am today. I have not only helped myself to build my career, but I help others to build their career too. My father is always a role player in my life, as he always tell me to achieve whatever you want to. After my graduation, after my post-graduation, I went into job and I got into a job, and after that I came to Mumbai. I got married. I have a 6-year-old kid. I wanted to join Toastmaster since a long time, but somehow I couldn't able to join because I'm not sure what was going on in my mind, but I couldn't able to join the Toastmaster. But one day I was talking to my sister. She said, "Why don't you join Gabbys?" And I've thought of it. Then I've came as a guest. When I've seen the people are so enthusiastic, I thought I will become a member. And I'm here today in front of you, giving my first icebreaker speech. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Sucheta. As in Gabbys, we will all stand up, and because this was her icebreaker speech, applaud her. A big round of applause for Sucheta. And thank you for sharing with us your lovely story. I'm waiting to hear from you for your next speeches. Timer. Even if there is a disqualification, today we will not have the polls because there was an icebreaker speech. Now we will take a quick 5 minutes break and we will come back for the second and the third section of our meeting. Hello and welcome back. As we were talking of new age parenting and we saw how we get a bundle of joy, which quickly turns rebellious and is difficult to communicate with. What should we do? The answer lies is with connect. If we can connect with them, talk to them. But the problem is, how can we do that? By connect, we need to talk to the children. The first thing that we can do is establish a safe place, a safe time for the kids to interact with the parents. This has to be an ongoing process, not one-off process. If it is an ongoing process where every single day, it may be you are playing together, you're cooking together, you're gardening together, it doesn't matter what. But as a family, you all are spending time together. And there, when you start sharing what has happened today with you, the children in turn will start sharing how their life is going on. And as a parent, if you have active listening, you will see, you will pick up whether the child is facing any problem or being happy or is interested in something or something is bothering them. They have a safe space. That creation of that safe space is very, very important. And the second major problem that we all face as a parent is that social media is present everywhere. What do? Do we tell them not to use social media or do we allow them to use social media? Now here comes the tricky part. Social media is present. We cannot deny it. How can we manage their screen time? How can we inculcate that habit of not always being on screen? The answer is not a stern no. That parenting is archaic. New age parenting is all about being in control, but at the same time, talking to them and making sure that they have an alternative to the screen time, something which they enjoy, they love doing. And that is what you can do. Read with them. Once they're hooked on to reading, you give them good content, they will definitely start reading. Reduce the time, reduce the screen time as much as you feel is correct. Next is the child may be interested in art or craft or listening to music, making music. It is not that it has to be top-notch. It is just for fun. And let them enjoy the process. Once they start enjoying the process and they are not forced into it, they will start doing that more and more, effectively cutting down on their screen time. These are the two things that is very, very important in a new age parent. I'll continue with this further, but before that, we have a very interesting topic that is coming up, the impromptu speech. We all look forward to it because the topics are interesting and immediately we have to give a response. As in real life, we always have to do. Today, we have our table topic master of the day, Toastmaster Sreehari Acharya, who is a mechanical design engineer at a robotic startup. He is an avid reader and a fitness enthusiast. To improve social confidence and expand network, he joined Toastmasters. Over to you, Toastmaster Sreehari.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Samita. Fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. Table topic enables a member to develop the skills of impromptu speaking. Table topics help train members to quickly organize and express their thoughts. You can think of the table topic speech as a mini speech with an opening, a body, and a conclusion. This also provides a speaking opportunity for any member who is not on duty in the meeting agenda. Guests may also participate if they wish. Each speaker is required to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Participants are disqualified at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So I'll right away start the topics. Can I have some volunteers? If I don't see any, yes. Okay. Yes, Shravan Kumar, are you ready for your first topic?
Yes, I am.
The silliest, funniest lie you told to calm a child. The silliest, funniest lie you told to calm a child.
Oh, hello, Toastmasters and my dear guests. I think listening to the lies start with mother and parents also. They say, don't go the outside. There is a booth outside. Don't go during childhood, right? So with that, everybody grow. Like, there there will be some booth outside, so you should not go demon outside. You cannot go out. So the moment you tell that, the kid will scare. Then he will come back, right? I think everybody observed that in your day-to-day life. So similarly, the silliest lie I told to my niece and nephew was when they were creating some kind of we went one day we went to a movie called Kung Fu Panda 4, and the other day I requested all the kids to gather and ask them to draw which is the best scene in that movie you liked. Then whoever wins, I'll give a gift, a big prize to them, medals to them. Then everybody started drawing, and everybody draw that Kung Fu Panda sitting under a tree and then doing meditation, inner peace, and then dinner please, right? So though I told them that a lie that I'll give them medal, some kind of a prize, a big prize for them. but unfortunately I couldn't make it. I have only one shield with me. I have rotated to everybody the same shield, and then finally I prepared a delicious food for them, and we had a beautiful lunch one day. So only lie I told them is I'll give them a medals, like a bronze medal, like silver medal. That was the lie I did, but they accepted my lie and they enjoyed the lunch. That was my experience with the kids telling lie. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Sreehari.
Wow, you seem to be such a nice cousin to all your niece and nephews, right? And coming to the story booth, I think it's pretty common in Indian households, hearing all those booths going, so don't go outside. I too have been gullible of hearing such stories. Thank you, Shravan Kumar, for such a wonderful speech. Next, can we have Swastika Shetty? Okay, Swastika Shetty. For you, the topic is, if kids ran the household, what would happen? If kids ran the household, what would happen?
If kids ran the house, what will happen? So I'm actually a mother of a 10-year-old. So I completely go crazy when I listen to this statement. I'm sure the whole day it will be screen time, just like how Samita, TMOD Samita was mentioning. The whole day will be the screen time. There will be no reading time. And then it is a time just to pick up whatever is there in the fridge, the junk food, and just have junk food, go play. They don't have the systematic life. It is just how they want it. And I'm sure they'll be very happy and they would want it every day to have a similar kind of day. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you so much, Swastika Shetty. You have given us how haywire it can go having a child in the house, right? So thank you so much for that attempt. And the next, can we have Neetu Vijay Kumar?
Hi.
Hi. The topic for you is screen time policies for children. Screen time policies for children. Neetu, if I think there's a unstable internet. Yes, you're back. Yes.
Okay. So whenever I say, Ahana, switch off the TV, I get a scream. No, mommy, I want to see. That's the thing which every time I get. So what I do is, I just give her, she's so fond of coloring books and paintings, and newly found hobby is making different shapes using clay items. So instead of screen time, now I have switched it to a clay time, and she extremely loves to do things using clay and creativity things. But still, whenever I say no to a screen time, it doesn't go nice to her unless I take that much of effort to calm her, and I need to put her a storage of toys, everything possible. But still, I feel like being a mom also, I fail to replace something such as good for her to a screen time, because the happiness which she gets in screen time is not able to make up unless we both parents are with her to play. That time I realized, okay, if we ask Ahana, can we watch a movie or can we have some screen, she will tell, no, I don't need, mommy, we will play together. So that is the only place I found her willingly telling, okay, let us switch off the TV. Otherwise, her favorite characters, everything is like depending on the screen time. Like, unfortunately, not able to compromise on that. But still, this clay time has been a somewhat interesting for her rather than with the screen time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Neetu, for the attempt. And for the next, I'm going to call the guest Vatalay. from Ukraine. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. The topic is, if babies ran a secret business, what would they be? If babies ran a secret business, what would they be?
Thank you, dear Toastmaster. It depends actually what age those babies are. Because, for example, I'm a father of two, and my son is 12 years old, and he has a bunch of ideas how to do something, you know. For example, sometimes he asks, what would be if I would sell like such stuff, you know, the plastic bottles, or something to sell. It's kind of understandable. I try to explain him what would be the profit from this kind of business. Okay, then he goes, for example, yesterday he was in the yard and he saw how people, they cut a huge tree, and he came to them and asked, okay, dear guys, how much money do you get for this job? Oh, very little amount. Why? How much? 3,000. It's huge money. 3,000 hryvnias. Actually, it's 12 of us, so each of us will get very little payment. Therefore, you know, boy, it's not very profitable. Okay. Okay, let's do something else. And he usually like searching where he can apply himself and so on. But if we speak about little kids, like my daughter, for example, she's only 2.5 years old. Of course, it would be something very simple and in something very crazy. Therefore, thank you for this question. I was a little bit bewildered, to be honest, but thank you for having me. Back to you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for giving the personal anecdotes from you. I cherry picked this question so that I want to know what's the cross-cultural differences in, you know, telling us what businesses they would run. So thank you so much for attempting. And for the next speaker, can we have, I saw Neha Bansal raising her hand. Neha, are you here?
Yes, I am here.
Yeah. Okay. Your topic is, how would you handle your child's first online presence? How would you handle your child's first online presence?
Okay. So, parenting is the easiest thing in the world, is an opinion. However, it's the hardest thing to do in life. And as a parent, I know that we lead by example. Now, talking about, could you please paste the question in the chat as well?
Yeah.
Now, talking about handling my child's first online presence. So, I believe that kids learn when they see their parents doing the same thing. So, it's not about making them learn something, it's about teaching them by watching our actions, our reactions, our responses. So if I say in a digital era, I don't need to teach anything to this generation about online presence, because Corona has taught them a lot about, from the schooling time to handling online classes, taking digital sports classes like chess and all. So nothing has to be taught. However, I have to make them mindful about the screen, the backgrounds, since it's a virtual world, we all are living in the same space. So they should be mindful about using the space when the camera is on, what should be the background, how they should be presentable. It's not about attending the school classes in the pajamas. It's all about attending even the school classes in the school dress. So only the distance is the screen. However, they should be mindful about being present in that moment, be it a screen or it's a physical world. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Neha Bansal, again for giving us the personal anecdotes. I think it was very apparent the relationship between you two was just not gay.
Thank you.
And for the last speaker, can we have Joanne Joseph?
I see Kavita has been raising her hand for a long time, Sreehari. I think we should give her the chance. She has
Okay.
been raising her hand.
Okay, I'll call you upon next, okay?
Okay.
Kavita, are you ready with your topic?
Yes, Sreehari.
Modern day parenting trend you find most surprising. Modern day parenting trend you find most surprising.
So whenever I was grown up during my school days along with two more siblings, we used to fear for parents, like if we do any mistakes or if we do not obey the elders, or if we are given any household works like washing vessels or brooming house, small household work, even for getting scolding, will be so afraid. We were afraid of parents and grandparents, but in the modern world, even will not be able to scold the kids, whether it be it 8 years old or 10 years or 18 years old, whatever the category it is. Like pre-adult and adult kids are spending time, most of the time, in the mobiles and TVs and playing games only, apart from the schools and tuition time. So in the modern day parenting, we are even afraid to beat or scold the kids, because they are so sensitive, and they are not in that environment. Even schools are also so friendly. In our ages, in my childhood ages, if we are not obeying the elders, they'll just threaten that, oh, you're not listening to me, I'll tell to your teacher and you will get scolded and you will be beaten by your teacher. That's how my parents used to threaten me or my siblings. But nowadays, even we do not have that option to say, you will get a scolding from the teachers. Even the teachers are saying, hi dear, how are you, something like that. They are so friendly than the parents. So it's really difficult to manage the kids for the modern age parenting. But still, I could see the other hand, parents are so friendly. We are able to talk openly with the kids. Even the kids are also so open to share any things with the parents in this modern age. But that is not the case. That is not the case with the old age parents, 80s or 90s 2K kids. We were really struggled or afraid to open any issues. Probably we might have opened up with the siblings, but not with the parents directly, be it a mom or dad. So in that way, we can see some pros and cons in the modern age parenting. But still, parenting is always a universal art of which we have to learn day by day. But still, that's a long growing learning, lifelong learning, I can see. Thank you so much for the topic. Over to you.
Thank you, Kavita. I think you and I are in the same generation timeline, because we too had a very strict and authoritarian family setup here. So thank you for sharing your story. And for the last, yes, Joanne, the topic for you is how would you use AI to predict and prevent teenage rebellion? How would you use AI to predict and prevent teenage rebellion?
Why would I try to predict and prevent teenage rebellion? That's my first question. It is such a typical reaction we all have, that teenagers should not rebel or youth should not rebel. But I personally believe a youth is not a youth unless he rebels. If he does not rebel, he's still a child. If you look at the way we are designed and we grow, when we are children, we listen to our parents because we don't know anything better, right? We are safe in that environment where we trust them completely. We don't question them. Even if we don't like things, within the limitation and boundaries, we do like try to disobey. Try. The word is try. This is pre-teenage. But once the teenage hormones kick in, the puberty kicks in, the critical thinking starts, you start questioning everything. You start questioning your parents, you start questioning the society, your teachers. And that questioning is where the rebellion comes in. right? Because now you're like, I don't agree with what you're saying, or I have a different opinion. And can't I have a different opinion? And then as teenagers, as young adults, we keep on rebelling till we reach that youth, just that transition to adult, where maturity kicks in and we realize, oh, okay, maybe this is the reason why this rule is set. Where maturity kicks in and you realize there is a reason why the society is the way it is. And it may not be perfect, but it is working. Or if it's not working, I can do something about it. So this transition of a child who is obedient and trusting, and then a teenager or youth who's rebellious, and then an adult who is mature to understand what is right and wrong. This transition is necessary for a human evolution, for our civilization to develop. So why prevent rebellion? Why predict rebellion? Let the youth rebel, let them predict, right? We just need to facilitate a psychological safe environment for our teenagers so that they may rebel and predict, they may take the risk, but still remain safe. Let's create that society. With or without AI, doesn't matter. Back to you.
Thank you for taking a challenging take on this. So it's like having a parenting 101, right? So it's very true that teenagers should rebel to have a fully formed identity in themselves. So thank you so much, Joanne. That's it from the table topic round. I hope you have enjoyed it and trained yourself for the impromptu speaking. And over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Samita.
Thank you, table topic master, for those wonderful topics and how beautifully our participants came out with the different ideas. It was indeed an eye-opening session. Now we go to the third session, that is the most awaited session, the evaluation session. And I call upon the general evaluator conduct the evaluation session. Over to you, Toastmaster Shah.
A very good evening once again to everyone. So I'm back on stage with my journal evaluation. But before that, I would like to call our evaluators one by one on the virtual stage to give the evaluation about the speakers. First thing first, I would like to call our evaluator number 1, Toastmaster Raja, and to give the evaluation for Toastmaster Nupur. Over to you, Toastmaster Raja.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Very good evening, fellow Toastmaster. Yes, my special good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Nupur. I'd like to share 3 areas which you were excelled in your speech. The first thing was your opening. You started your speech with singing. That was impressive. And the second thing I liked in your speech was the structure. You had a very good structure in your speech. You had a very good opening, and you spoke about 3 things which are essential for professionals: language, the dress, the proper dress usage, and how to navigate politics. And you concluded with your speech. So that was fantastic. And the third thing I liked in your speech was your stage usage. While you're talking about your sister, you use left and right. That was very good. So overall, you had a personal anecdote in your speech. You shared your personal story in your speech. You spoke about the language, why we want to why we want to master the native language, the importance of dress, and how to navigate politics. That was super. Coming to area of improvement, I have few area of improvement. The first thing is the camera angle. You could lightly adjust your camera, so it will be very good. I felt like the eye contact was down, so it is not straight to the audience. So you could little bit adjust your camera angle. The second feedback I like to share you is we want to think about the title again. You shared the title was about all importance of the by dress. I thought your speech, the primary message will be all importance of dress, but I felt in your speech you shared 3 things the professionals should do. So let's think like this. The title has 3 essentials for professional, rather than simply saying the why we should not use pajama, or why pajama using meeting is bad. The third recommendation I like to give is the conclusion. I felt like at the end, the speech was very fast. You could little bit slow, and you could conclude with very softer and slower tone. So that is the recommendation I like to give. So you could little bit adjust your camera, think about the title again and the conclusion. Overall, I enjoyed your speech. You spoke about the professionals, what are the things we should have. So what are the things we should master? So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, our evaluator number 1, Toastmaster Raja. Indeed, it was a wonderful evaluation. And now I would like to call our evaluator on the virtual stage, Toastmaster Karthik. And over to you, Toastmaster Karthik.
Yeah, thank you, General Evaluator. Thank you. So, Toastmaster Chutika Nagar, congratulations on completing your icebreaker speech, the first step in your Toastmaster journey, which is the most difficult one, and you took that step, which will inspire others to take that step. As this is your icebreaker speech, my evaluation will mainly focus on the basic structure of your speech and the delivery style. So the basic structure of speech consists of 3 elements: opening, body, and conclusion. So you started your speech with a one-liner: never give up, fearing failure, do not fear of failure. So which grabbed my attention. In your body of your speech, you spoke about your family background, the place you were born, about your siblings, parents, and also about your current status of life, which helped me to know about yourself, that who is Suchita, where is she from, what is her family background. And that is the project description or the project requirement wherein you were expected to introduce yourself to the club in the icebreaker speech. That was your body of your speech. And in your conclusion, you spoke about joining Toastmasters and you were trying to join Toastmasters, and finally you joined, and that is how you presented your icebreaker speech. I can say that your speech was well structured, which had all these 3 elements: opening, body, and conclusion. Now, coming to the delivery part, you were confident while speaking, you used your hand gestures effectively, your pace was good, and also you maintained a good eye contact. And the most important thing what I liked is you stood up and gave the speech. So that is, even the delivery part came out well, but there are a few recommendations which will help you in your upcoming speeches, which I would like to share with you. Your speech title was Never Give Up. Though you started your speech emphasizing on to never give up, but as you progressed with your speech and concluded, the connection between your speech and speech title was lost. To justify your speech with your speech title, you could have shaped your body in such a way, body of your speech in such a way that it would have progressed in such a way that you could have introduced or said about any story wherein you never gave up on something, where you clinged on it and you achieved it. And also your conclusion would have been towards that by saying, I never gave up. So that thing, I think you can improve in your upcoming speeches, wherein you can inline your speech title with your speech, body, and conclusion. Now coming to the delivery part. So though I said you are a confident speaker today, but somewhere I felt you were trying to remember your speech, wherein this helps, wherein I would see your eye contacts moving here and there, so trying to remember. So I would like to give a suggestion, as this is your icebreaker speech, and in your upcoming speeches, what you can do is you can practice. So write down your script based on the speech project requirement, and then you can give that, you can review that with your mentor and practice well, which will also increase your confidence. And that confidence, and in the initial levels of your Toastmaster journey, please try to practice more and more. And there will be a time where you may not require the practice to speak in front of people. So that one thing I would like to suggest you. And apart from that, you had a great body structure in your speech, and the delivery part was good. Yeah, so there are a few recommendations. As I said, work on your structure of your speech, that is justify your title, and also practice well when you come up with the next speeches. So thanks for this, and back to General Evaluator. Thank you.
Indeed, a good evaluation, a good feedback for our respective speaker. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Karthik, for this. And now now it's time to listen to the reports from our TAGL team. But before that, I would like to call the table topic evaluator on the virtual stage. It's time.
The host has stopped my video. I don't know why. Okay, I got the permission. Okay.
It's time to call Toastmaster Mukund. Apologies for this. Apologies for the toast.
Joane is the TT. Yeah.
Just a small information. Is the timing for the evaluation 30 seconds?
So it is 30 seconds per evaluation. There are 6 evaluators. But I think it's the upper time limit is 5 minutes. Am I right, Sourav? Yeah. So 5 minutes. So you can show me the green card at say 3 minutes, yellow at 4, and red at 5.
3, 4, 5. Yeah.
3, 4, 5. Okay. Thank you so much, Ashwini. And thank you, General Evaluator Sagar. Once again, I'm the table topic evaluator. And it's really a pleasure to listen to all these different table topics. And this is difficult for me. Today, it's very difficult for me because I'm not a parent. And I firmly believe that if you don't experience things on your own, it is very difficult for you to evaluate and give feedback on topics. This is my firm belief. But then I thought, I may not be a parent yet, but I have been a child. So I can look at things from the child's lens and then maybe think about what you spoke. And all of you, all 6 table topic speakers spoke so well and had such different perspectives on the topic that it was very interesting for me as an evaluator to sit and just simply write down the point. So let me start without further ado. First, we had Shravan Kumar. The silliest, funniest lie you told to calm a child. And the moment I heard the topic, I was thinking, I never lie to children. That's not right. And then, Shravan Kumar, you said, I lied to them about ghost, bhoot. For those who don't know Hindi, bhoot means ghost and demon. And I was like, oh yeah, even I do lie that, right? So we all have lied to children one way or the other. And your topic was so relatable. What I loved about your table topic was it was highly relatable. We in the audience have loved Kung Fu Panda. Even if you don't love it, you at least know that there is a movie called Kung Fu Panda. Children love it. And when you said inner peace, dinner please, all of these things, very relatable because these are such famous memes. I love them. So everything that you spoke about was relatable. The lie that you told, it was not a lie. It was more like you couldn't keep up a promise. You made a promise and then you couldn't keep up in the end. I love that personal story. That touch was very nice. Only feedback for you was, I was thinking, I would have loved to know your opinion on that you cannot fulfill a promise to a child. Is that a good thing? Or maybe as adults, we should try even more because we expect them to keep their promises. So then we should be an example, something of that sort. That conclusion where your opinion and that message, that was missing. And another small feedback for you is take your time before you start, because you heard the topic and you started. Take 5 seconds, 10 seconds, compose your thoughts and then start. Then the start will have a beautiful structure. But otherwise, I loved your take on the table topic. Thank you so much. Next, we had Swastika. If kids ran the household. Swastika, when you started talking about the day, and you said you have a daughter and you know exactly what will happen, it felt like you were describing a day in the life of Swastika and her daughter. Exactly, you said screen time gone, junk food, play, everything will go crazy, happiness. I loved it. It was like a mental picture of how a 10-year-old would behave. Very beautiful descriptive language you used, and I loved that. Only feedback for you is, don't you think there will be some positive aspects also of a child running the household? I'm sure there will be, right? There are always 2 sides to the coin. So I was expecting, at least from your imagination, if you could bring out some positive aspects of the child running that household, it would be fantastic. Maybe this is something you can try as an experiment with your daughter and see what good things, maybe fun, happiness, more conversations you can get there. But otherwise, a fantastic take. Next, you have Neetu, screen time policies for children. Neetu, the moment you said, I have changed from screen time to play time. I loved it. That would be a beautiful title for this whole table topic. Beautifully summarized. It is not about taking away the screen time. It is replacing it with something so that she will happily and willingly do the things. These are your words, not mine. And so that beautiful message, I got it. I loved it. I just wish you could have spoken more about the policies, because the topic was, what are the policies that you as a parent would want for children? So that aspect of policy making, what you want the government to do or the teachers to do, that was missing. But whatever you spoke, beautifully organized, very good message. I loved it. Thank you so much. Next, we have Vitali. I hope, I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong, but Vitali, if babies ran a secret business, what would they be? You started off by saying it depends on their age. And I was thinking, babies cannot be teenagers, right? But it's such a difficult topic. And I loved your personal story that you brought in. Your 12-year-old and 2.5-year-old. And you spoke about the entrepreneurship mindset that your 12-year-old has. And I wanted to hear more about all the activities and that business mindset he has. So it was a beautiful table topic, no doubt about that. I just wish you could focus more on the babies, because that was a topic. And you know, one crazy idea that came to my mind, give a happy baby to someone, a laughing baby to someone, and that's a great business idea, right? Because there are so many depressive and sad people in this world. But anytime when you see a laughing and happy baby, you just feel good about it. You just feel happy. So that would be a great business idea. So that imagination, and you're a father, I'm sure you must have felt happy when you hold your baby girl and when she laughs, right? So that something, that imagination, I would have loved if that could have come out. But otherwise, a fantastic take, no doubt about that. Fifth, Neha Bansal. How would you handle your child's first online presence? Neha, I loved everything about it. Everything. You spoke so beautifully about parenting. You spoke about how the presence has already been there because of Corona. You spoke about mindfulness. And you spoke about how you basically cannot control it. Like even if you try. So you can't control it. You can just teach them maybe to be more mindful. I loved all of that. One feedback. My dear friend, I would have loved to know more about the risk and the security aspects, because the topic was, why do you need to handle it, right? That online presence. There's some risk, some security aspects for children that we need to think about. And I would love to hear your opinion as a parent on that. That was the only missing fact. But otherwise, nothing, no feedback. It was beautiful. Last but not the least, Kavita, modern day parenting trend you find most surprising. Kavita, you started talking, and I felt like you're talking about my parents. Coming from a South Indian family, exactly same. The fear, I have been beaten left and right as a child. I was a naughty child. I deserved it. I agree. Scoldings and all of that, right? I've gone through that. And when you were saying everything, I could resonate. And I'm sure many in the audience who are not teenagers, because we all are adults, we all can resonate with that aspect of parenting. I loved everything you spoke about. You also gave the good point. You said they are too friendly, but then you said, but because of that, now they talk openly and share anything and everything. So you gave both the aspects, very well balanced. I just wanted to know, what is the impact? What is the solution that you think for this? Because the question was, what surprises you the most? You spoke about your childhood more than their childhood, right? So what is that surprising aspect? If you could be more clear about that, and what do you think should be the solution? Is balance the right way, or do you have any other opinion? That is the only thing. And let me tell you, I loved the conclusion where you said parenting is a universal art. I need to highlight that beautiful conclusion. Thank you so much, Kavita. That's my time. I'm over time, I know that, but thank you so much. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, our table topic evaluator. Everyone give it up for her. It seems like she's ready with the content when always 24/7. Okay, and now it's time to call our TAGL team on the virtual stage. I would like to call timer Toastmaster. Ashwini to present the report. Over to you.
You can share now. I've given the sharing rights.
I see a lot of options. I'm not able to share my screen. Is my screen visible?
No.
Okay. I'm facing an issue in my Mac. Can I share the report here? Can the general evaluator display it on your screen? I'm just sharing the report here on the chat.
All right. If you want, we can call you later, like in the third part, after like.
Ashwini can just read out the disqualifications and we can move on.
Okay, I'm just reading it out. Meanwhile, I've also put the doc link. So we had 2 disqualification, one from the table topics. Swastika just took 55 seconds. She has to speak at least for 1 minute. And evaluator Karthik took 3 minutes 45 seconds, where he was supposed to take only 3 minutes 30 seconds. And our table topic evaluator took 7 minutes. I'm not sure if that is a disqualification. Apart from that, all the other role takers are qualified. I've also shared the details on the chat, so you can have a look at it.
All right, thank you so much, our respective timer. And now I would like to call Toastmaster Renu on the virtual stage to present the R counter report.
Yeah. Thank you, General Evaluator. We'll be sharing my screen. So today, much of the filler words were being used. The R was the most common of that. And we were very lucky enough, we couldn't, most of the speaker didn't use any clutch words or any repetitive words like I, or this means. And most of the words that were used were of the R. And followed by the most common interjection was the so. And today, it was a pleasure listening to Toastmaster Joanne Joseph, and it was a big struggle. Looking forward to filler words or inappropriate interjections, but I was not lucky enough to find any. So many congratulations to Toastmaster Joanne. Followed by Joanne, it was Neha Bansal. She also had a very smooth speech all throughout. Thank you, Journal Evaluator. Back to you. I'll be sharing the report in the chat as well.
And it's time to call our grammarian on the virtual stage, Toastmaster Sourav. Over to you, Toastmaster Sourav.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So unfortunately, no one used the word of the day, which is fine because I knew that this will have less usage given the fact that this is slightly a difficult word. The intention was for you to kind of go through to know the word. So I hope you learned a new word, storge, but try to use it in your day-to-day life. Now let me quickly walk you through the grammarian report. Will not be really quick actually, to be very honest, because I do have a detailed report here. So first, in terms of rhetorical device usage, there were some good usages like, there was a metaphor that was used by Nupur, caterpillar of a student to a butterfly of a student. That was a very good usage. Then anaphora was used where we have successive beginnings. In fact, anaphora is one of the easiest of the rhetorical devices to use. So she mentioned, Nupur mentioned, you yourself are comfortable, you yourself, and so on. And then Samita mentioned, reduce the time, reduce the screen time. And then Joanne said, you spoke about this, you spoke about this, you spoke about this, and that's what she was talking about. Neha Bansal talked about antithesis, where she talked about parenting as the easiest thing, and then she said something about that, but it is the hardest thing to practice, easiest thing to learn, or hardest thing to practice, something like that, which is where there is a contradiction in the way we are talking about it. So the easiest and hardest coming in the same sentence. Apostrophe is a situational rhetorical device where we suddenly turn from the general audience to a specific member of the audience or to someone in particular. So when Nupur said, you're looking very mature, she was giving a speech and suddenly she moved on to talk about how we are, then she said, you're looking very mature when someone else was talking to her. Then Joanne used this, I have a different opinion. Can't I have a different opinion? So the first part was different from the second part. Then ascendaton is where there is a lack of conjunction between the phrases, when the words are used without any kind of a phrase. So about the screen, the background, the camera space. So this is what Neha used. And then personification, where Nupur said, pajamas don't judge you. There's some good words that was used. One good word that was used by Sreehari, which is he, where. And okay, sorry, I think I'll have to remove the. I'll just remove the filter. There were actually a couple of them. Remove. Yeah. So Samita used the word period ontology. That was actually an introduction. So the credit actually goes to Nupur. And then Samita used inculcate, and then Sreehari used haywire. In good phrases and usages, Nupur mentioned about climbing to the top. Suchita mentioned about do not fear failure, but fail not to try. And Joanne said two sides to the coin. These are good ones. Now I've got a long list of recommendations, unfortunately. Incorrect pronunciation, I'll start with first. So it's not come, it's calm. So calm down, right? That's the correct pronunciation. And be very mindful about fond and found. It's fond and found. This was used interchangeably. That's something that you need to avoid. But the most critical one of the pronunciation, it is not parenting. It is, can someone help me tell what is the pronunciation? It is
It's parenting.
Parenting. Okay, so it's not parenting, it's parenting. 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 Okay, so don't say we are parents, we are parents. Right. So that is very, very important. Almost everyone in the meeting has mispronounced the word parenting, which is not acceptable considering it's a very common word. Now, some of the things that incorrect usage is more specific ones. Table topics should limit. Table topics cannot limit themselves. The table topic speaker should limit. All the speeches will be given. No, all the speakers will be given that time. You can't give time to speeches. You can give time to speakers. I will draft short questions. I will ask close-ended questions. Freshly passed out, a fresh pass out or a freshman. More older look. If you're saying older, then you don't need to use more. Face office politics. Deal with office politics. Reach to the top. Reach the top. The two is not required. When I was in childhood, during my childhood, or when I was a child, or you can even say during my childhood days. When I was there in 6th standard, when I was in 6th standard, there is a place. It refers to a place. 6th standard is not actually a place that you can't be there. Father is a role player. Your father is a role model, is what you wanted to say, I believe. You ended up saying he's a role player. Fellow Toastmaster and welcome guests. It's a wrong sequence of words. So welcome fellow Toastmasters and guests. I will right away start the topics. I will right away start the session. Don't go the outside. Don't step outside. There is no the required here. And you don't say don't go outside. It does not sound very appropriate. Better is to say don't step outside. There will be some bhoot outside. There will be some ghost outside. See, bhoot is a vernacular usage. So it's a big no-no, particularly if there are members from the, who don't understand Hindi. I will give a prize to them, gifts to them, medals to them. This is redundancy. The same thing you're repeating again and again and again. That is not required. That was the lie I did. You don't do a lie, you tell a lie. A better usage could be that was the lie I doled out. Cousin to niece and nephews. You cannot be a cousin to a niece. That's a logical inconsistency. You can be a cousin to a cousin. You can be an uncle or an aunt to a niece or a nephew. So you cannot be a cousin to a niece or nephew. She extremely loves to. This is an incorrect order of word. So I don't know what the exact construction should look like. I'm just not able to recollect right now, but then definitely this is not the best construction that we can have. Somewhat more and more day by day, these are extremely colloquial usages which we had during the entire meeting. Very little amount. So, this word very, we have to try avoiding. Many speakers use very for everything. Very beautiful, very nice, very thoughtful. So try to avoid very. There are better words to use instead of very. I will tell to your teacher. I will complain to your teacher or I will tell your teacher. To is not required. If you're saying tell, then you don't need to say to. Open any issues, open up. Came out with ideas, came up with ideas. Then first thing was not required. There's no first thing here. It's first, second, or firstly, secondly. Use of very, again, as I mentioned, I think I repeated that. I think I got more frustrated than required with that very. Few area of improvement. It is few areas of improvement because few means there has to be more than one, right? So it has to be a plural. Using pajamas, we don't use pajamas except as a pocha. We wear pajamas. So wearing pajamas is what the right usage should be. That was your body of your speech. It was not her body, it was the body of the speech. So that was the body of the speech, of your speech. To justify your speech, you don't justify the speech, you connect your speech with your speech title. So connect is a better word. Eye contact moving here and there. This is again a very colloquial usage. Eye contact was wavering is a better way of saying it. And one which I love because it came from someone who I consider to be one of the best speakers is a small feedback. You cannot quantify feedback. Feedback is not a quantifiable thing. So you cannot say small or big. We have this habit of saying small feedback, but avoid that. It's not a very good usage of English language. Thank you. Back to you, Jerry.
All right, everyone, give it up for our grammarian for the day. Indeed, an insightful information, insightful report in terms of the grammar. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sourav. And now I would like to call our listener for the day. Shall we have Toastmaster Arjun on the virtual stage? Over to you.
Thank you. Okay, so let's test our listening skills. First question is, guest Vitaly from Ukraine has been into Toastmaster for how long?
6 years.
6 years.
Yes, right. Okay, next question. Toastmaster Nupur learned which native language?
Marathi.
Yeah, correct. Next, we have, what is the meaning of Toastmaster Suchita's name?
Purity.
Purity.
Yes, that's correct. Okay, so next we have, which movie Toastmaster Shravan watched with kids?
Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Master Kung Panda. Yeah. 4.
Yeah, that's correct. 4. Next, Toastmaster Neetu mentioned to replace screen time to which activity?
Clay, playing with clay.
Playtime.
Clay.
Yes, absolutely right. So out of these 5 questions, we have got all the correct answers. So all the participants, we are good listeners. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Everyone, give it up for our listener. Yes, thank you so much. It's time for me to present the report of the entire meeting. I'll start with the good things about the meeting. Our meeting started on time. Everyone played their role. Everyone played their role in the nicest possible manner, and I believe we'll end the meeting on time as well. I'll start from Sajid at I'll start from Sajid at I'll start from Sajid at arms. She played the role really well. And she stated the mission objective. Also, a small recommendation to Sajid at arms. It is highly recommended. It is highly recommended to use it is highly recommended for you to smile more. It is highly recommended, to smile more on the stage. And I truly believe that smile is contagious in nature. If you, if you smile, if you smile, if you smile, I believe each and everyone in the meeting will smile. As far as our presiding officer is concerned, again a good job. again, a good job done as far as the recommendation is, is concerned. As far as recommendation is concerned, there is no recommendation. Let's come to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Smita. In your entire session, you tried to connect with the audience. That was the very good part about your session. In the initial part of your session, in the initial part, of your session, you tried to connect with the and you try to connect with the audience. Kudos to you on this. As far as the recommendation is as far as recommendation is concerned, a small recommendation for you. There was a time when you were leaving. There was a time there was a time, when you were leaving the stage, and it is highly recommended when, any speaker, any speaker, leave the stage for the break. Please give audience the reason to come back. And apart from this, everything was good to go. As far as our timer, our counter Grammarian is concerned, kudos. There is no, recommendation. Everything was good. Evaluator number 1 and evaluator number and evaluator number 2, they both use the CRC approach. Kudos to you on this. A special commendation to a special commendation to a special commendation to Toastmaster Karthik, our evaluator number 2. He was very confident on stage. He was using a very good hand gestures. He has given a very positive feedback to respective speaker, and hence given her the reason to come back on the stage again and again and again. And kudos to our. And I would like to talk about our table topic master. Indeed, indeed, all the topics were very relative to the. Indeed, all the topics were, very, it was it was, resonating to the theme. Kudos to you on this, our table topic master. And with this, I would like to hand over the stage to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Smita. Over to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Let us give a round of applause for our GE and his in detailed evaluation of the meeting. The last part that we are talking about new age parenting is that about health. Health is wealth, we know, but how do we inculcate it in our children? A very, very difficult task, you feel? No, it is not so. The children always follows you. So if you are making something and eating something healthy, tasty, they will follow suit. Once in a while, they might try different things, which in your opinion may not be the perfect food for them. But there's no harm in letting them try it once in a while. And you decide when that once in a while is, once a month or once in 2 months. But if you can replace that with some very tasty food, they will not go for that. Usually, we do not have that kind of hype around healthy food. So it is considered boring. If you can hype it up, they will definitely look forward to it. Modern day parents are rediscovering the importance of prioritizing emotional security and love. As we have heard, fear was there with our parents, but in today's generation, parents are more sensitive, they're more open, they're more friendly. And that's the reason the children find a safe place to air out their opinion, to air out what is troubling them. You may not give the kids whatever they want, but you can definitely give them whatever they need. And the need is number one, love, number two, time, and number three, attention. Not only as a parent, as any adult too. You can try this with the children, and they will definitely love you for that. They need love, they need time, they need attention. You cannot buy these things. These things are something which only parents and adults can give them. And they will be in a position to become emotionally secure. They will adapt to the changing social and technological landscape, and they will become resilient, true global citizens of the world. And with this, I hand over to the presiding officer of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster Mita.
Thank you so much. Thank you, G. For TMOD, Samita Kar, for your wonderful theme, New Age Parenting. Thank you for G for your evaluation. For all the role takers as well as the evaluators. Thank you for the table topic master and table.
Mita ma'am, your voice is
Now
breaking.
let's give a huge round of applause for first time role takers. Yes, there's some network issue. I'm able to hear. Hello.
We can hear you now.
Yes. Our first time role takers, our R counter Toastmaster Renu Kaushal, our G taken first time for the role Toastmaster Sagar Duggal. And that's all. And then next, I request guests to share their experience. I think Neetu and Piyush. Can I see anywhere Neetu Vijay Kumar? How you felt about this today's meeting? Can you share your report? Like, can you share? Piyush?
Hi. Sorry, I can't turn on my camera, but I joined very late when the table topic master was giving his last two topics to the speakers, but I really loved the style of giving the table topics today for the speakers. And later on, when Joanna started, it was out of the box, but then we had evaluators, tag team and all, and Sourav was over my imagination. The whole detailed report and the role takers and the speakers were top notch. So I really enjoyed this past 45 minutes. Thanks. Back.
Thank you so much. What about Neetu? Are you here? Okay, anybody else from the meeting? Our new members? Neha Bansal, anyone want to share?
I'm already a Toastmaster. So
Yes, about your thoughts. Yes, you can share your today's theme. How
Okay,
you
so
felt?
So theme was very close to my heart. That's why, I made a point to join this. And yes, of course, being a parent, we learned something different, which as a parent, I wasn't aware of so many things. Enjoyed the table topic and I have special mention to the grammarian report. I learned so many things. I've taken a screenshot of that and pasted it so that I just keep on going through it and improve my grammar, improve my vocabulary. Word of the day was superb, and I special mention to Joan Joseph as well for the wonderful evaluation she did. And yes, of course, I believe that it's a platform where we together, support each other to become a better communicator. So I'm enjoying my journey, looking more forward towards it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, results. Is the results are ready?
Could you announce?
Yeah, you can announce though, because my thing is not working properly. Laptop is not there, so mobile is there. Can you announce? Can you announce?
Yeah, I'm announcing. We have extremely exciting results. But two of the polls got did not happen. We did not conduct one, thanks to Karthik. Hi. And one because we had an icebreaker. So in the table topics, the winner, there's an undue advantage when you've got a district table topic champion. You can't do much about it. So that's kind of given. So Joane is the best table topic speaker. But I want you to know this. Two people were just very close to Joane. Joane, you almost lost it to them. So one is Toastmaster Neha Bansal, and the second is Toastmaster Nitu Vijay Kumar. So these two people were very close to Joane. Joane just pipped ahead, which is fine. Maybe next time. Then the best role taker, we have got a very interesting result. We had a three-way tie. We almost had a four-way tie.
It's grammarian.
No, the best role taker, the main role taker. We already have a three-way tie. We almost had a three-way tie. So the three-way tie is the general evaluator, Sagar, the table topic master, Sreehari, and
TMOD.
Joane. So that's a three-way tie.
Evaluator.
I said we almost had, because the TMOD again just fell short by one vote. I did not have a voting right, Samita, otherwise I would have given you that one. To have a four-way tie. Now that would have been interesting, right? Everyone got the equal number of votes. But yeah, I think that was phenomenal. And the best auxiliary role taker, it's an unfair thing. So there's no point because all of them are new role takers. But nevertheless, it's yours truly. Thank you. Back to you, Mita, ma'am.
Okay, then let's give a huge round of applause to all the winners, whoever. And next, we'll see you all on Saturday at 10 a.m. to 12 noon in hybrid meet at 91 Springboard near Vivekananda Metro Station, next to C.V. Raman Hospital, Indiranagar, Bangalore. By this, I adjourn today's meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are closing.
Good night.
That's history. This is history.
Oh, I did not see.
Working time.
Timings.
You have to close exactly at 9, not before that. Room master, keep the room open till 9.
Yeah.
You again have a table topic evaluation and a marathon.
Yes, that is always we are enjoying that work.
I could have done a little more of grammarian's report.
My God, it was mind-blowing.
My God, I'm embarrassed already.
I couldn't stop laughing.